Welcome to the UGLI Games YouTube channel. My name is Justin.
My name is Ted, and today we're going to talk to you about effort points in Awakened. What are effort points, you ask? Well, you'll just have to watch the rest of the video to find out.
But before all that, we just wanted to say a quick few words. After we created our last video, the 100 subscriber special, we dove headfirst into the biggest undertaking of our Awakened project so far, and that was adding in subclasses to the game. Now, during this we originally wanted to release videos as we worked, but we quickly realized that it was going to be a monumental task and decided to focus in and just get it done.
The end result is that we created, in the last 80-something days, 32, count them, 32 different subclasses for the 12 classes in Awakened, which we're extremely excited about, and we think it has given the game a major boost in personality and flavor, and has created a bunch of fun new mechanics. We are currently working on a few videos to talk about the different classes and subclasses of Awakened, but that'll be at some point in the future.
That being said, we've been gone, but now we're back, and we're going to be on a schedule. We will be officially releasing a video every 2 weeks for the foreseeable future. Somehow we gained 30 whole subscribers while we were away, and we're excited you all have decided to join us on the next section of our journey. But that's enough bookkeeping for the day. Back to the video's topic, effort points.
Have you ever been playing a Ttrpg and decide to do something in-game that your character was built to do? Everything says that they would be able to crush this task, but when you go to actually perform the task, you roll a 2 on the die. That kind of situation is what effort points are all about.
Effort points are a pool of points that a character can use to add to their rolls throughout the adventuring day.
Effort points are meant to recreate a person's ability to put, effort into their actions, but we do give players a limited amount of effort points per day, which creates an interesting resource management mechanic as you attempt to get what you want to get done, but not blow all of your effort points immediately.
For example, a 3rd level character currently has 40 effort points to spend on any given day. Immediately, this might seem like a lot of points to give a character to just put into any role, but there are certain limits.
We currently have a limit of 10 effort points that you can put into any given role. These effort points can be added before or after you make your roll, but we recommend all players at the table follow the same practices.
So let's put this into practice. Let's say we have a 3rd level Roskum brawler named Ttrpg. She and her party are surrounded by raiders who have entered their ship, and she's ready for a fight. She goes to strike one of the raiders and rolls a 14, only to find that after her brawn modifier of +3 is added, her attack of 17 glances off her enemy's armor, not quite reaching their defense total or DT of 19. On her next turn, when she goes to attack the same creature, she puts 6 points of effort points into her attempt. Her roll is less this time, it's a 12. With her brawn modifier added, her attack of 15 isn't going to hit, but with those effort points, a 21 sure will.
Now, let's say that Ttrpg is in a much less dire situation. She's shopping at a local shop and decides to do a little haggle. She is trying to talk down the price of a pair of slightly damaged shock gauntlets, and the proprietor, a sable, blue-skinned with long white hair, is giving her a little trouble. She makes an attempt to make a manipulate check and rolls a 9 on the die. Adding her manipulate modifier of +5 brings her attempt to a 14. Ttrpg's attempt does not quite reach the DC of 18 and is immediately denied by the proprietor, who says, "It's just visible damage. The gauntlets work perfectly fine." Ttrpg then uses all of her 10 feet of Roskum presence and prepares to make an intimidate check. The Game Master lets it be known that the DC for intimidate will be more difficult than the last due to the previously failed attempt. Ttrpg makes her intimidate check, this time putting 10 effort points into the attempt. She rolls a 7 on the die, less than before, but adds her intimidate modifier of +5 and the effort points that she spent, bringing her attempt to a whopping 22. Reaching the DC this time, causing the sable to wince and accept a lesser price for the gauntlets.
Those are just a few of the possible situations that effort points can be useful in. The most important thing to remember about using characters' effort points is that they are a finite resource. A task might feel important in the moment, and it can seem really dire that you use your effort points now, but there can always be a moment later in the day where there's a creature with a DT that you can't reach unless you put effort points in. There can be a particularly difficult hack check that requires effort points to be completed, and if you spent them, they're gone.
Are they?
What do you mean?
Justin, we haven't told them about Awakening yet.
I don't know if they're ready.
Oh, they're ready.
Awakening is the namesake of our upcoming game, and we have an upcoming video that explains it in more detail, but for the moment just know this. An awakened character is like a normal person in most ways, except for one important detail. They have a powerful creature called an Archon, pretty much attached to their soul. And until for some reason that Archon is detached from their soul, they are able to use it to fuel a process known as Awakening. During this process, an Awakened, for a very limited time, flares their soul's power, looking any way that the player wants it to look, and is able to, for the duration of their awakening, use their powerful awakened abilities. But there's a second effect that happens when a character awakens.
Let's say that Sephiro decided to fight those raiders from before, and things did not go as planned. She spent all her remaining effort points trying to hit this heavily armored human with an extremely large electric greatsword that managed to take down her friends. And she's been able to hurt him, but not enough to finish him off. She's in a dire situation and needs more effort points to fuel her attacks. So, she awakens, and immediately she is covered in blue soul energy that changes her form into that of an armored knight. Immediately, she regains all of her effort points and is able to continue the fight, giving her a chance to make it out of this dangerous situation.
Now, we'd be remiss not to say anything about our initiative mechanic in Awakened, as it is entirely fueled by effort points. See, when it's time to traditionally roll initiative in a game like D&D, you roll a die and add your relevant modifier, but that kind of mechanic didn't particularly work for what we wanted out of our game. Instead, we chose to create a system in which you buy up to 5 dice for 2 effort points apiece to roll for your own personal initiative.
So, say there were 3 characters. One put 4 effort points into their initiative, gaining 2 dice to roll. The other 2 particularly want to go first, and both put 6 effort points into theirs, gaining 3 dice per piece. The players then roll for their personal initiatives, the total of their dice acting as their initiative number throughout the entire combat.
And that's an overview of effort points in Awakened, a cosmos of chaos. We do want to note that exact numbers and specifics of the mechanics we've presented in this video are all subject to change before the official release of Awakened as we continue to playtest, but we sincerely hope that you've enjoyed the concept of effort points and awakenings. We're really excited about these mechanics, and we hope they've at least piqued your interest.
If you like what you've seen and heard in this video, we would love it if you joined in our little growing channel and hit that subscribe button. It's really helpful to the channel, and you get to see our videos as soon as they're posted, as well as all that other YouTube nonsense.
If you want to hear more about Awakened, that's coming, but also more general videos about Ttrpgs and the like. We want to thank you for watching this video, and like we said before, expect another video in 2 weeks. Alright, that's the video. As always, stay ugly.